Well, Antarctica is greening and greening quickly is what everyone is saying. Many reports on this and videos. And what does this mean? We all can see that there's massive changes going on at the moment, big shifts. But what does this mean? Are we about to rediscover more land in this realm?
Speaking of which, let's turn our attention to the coldest place on Earth, Antarctica, which is not as cold as it used to be, all thanks to, you guessed it, climate change. It is heating up the icy continent, and it is turning Antarctica green. Now, parts of Antarctica have a lush landscape from mosses to flowering plants, all are growing at a dramatic rate. There has been more than a tenfold rise in vegetation growth over the past few decades.
Hey guys, Campbell here from Autodidactic. And yeah, what do you reckon? Antarctica is greening up. There's been talk all over the place, obviously, about UFOs and disclosure. And now they're talking about USOs, right? Unidentified submerged objects. So the conversation has turned from the sky to the water right below us. And of course, there's so much coming out about underground constructions and civilizations, tunnels, all this kind of stuff. It seems that the big reveal is on. The veil is being lifted. So we've all seen maps like this before. These maps that we'll have a look at are from the 15 and 1600s. And what they have in common is land at the bottom here. Lots of land that looks to be unfrozen, right? It looks to be thawed out. There's no ice there. So this is basically where Antarctica would be. What we're told is Antarctica. And of course, we all know that Antarctica is not a continent on the bottom of a ball, but it's more an ice wall, right? The edge to our pond, to the world pond, shall we say. And look what we have here. It says Terra Australis. So they definitely knew that Australia was down here, that there was land down here. And I find it interesting that in these early maps, there is no Australia. It seems to be connected to Antarctica. And is that maybe why we have very unique fauna and flora in Australia? You know, we have marsupials, unlike all the other countries that have mammals. So is that because we used to be actually part of this landmass that we now call Antarctica, that we're told is Antarctica? This is South America. And as you can see, it's quite a different shape to what we're shown today. And where it connects down into what is Antarctica, it's called Terra del Fuego, the land of fire. Strange name to give a land that we're told has been covered in ice. You know, the mainstream say that Antarctica has been covered in ice for hundreds of thousands of years. And up here we have this other land mass, which we don't have anymore. On many maps, that's called New Guinea, which, you know, New Guinea still exists, but it's not shaped like this. So in this map, you can see that the world was different, right? The world that we know was different just by the shape of South America here and Antarctica. Here is another map, the Typus Orbis Terrarum, and again, Terra Australis. Nondum Cognito, so the hidden land, basically, right? And here's Terra del Fuego, green, the land of fire. And the story for Terra del Fuego goes that Magellan sailed through here, and when he did, he saw the natives all had their villages here, and they had fires going at night time, so he called it the land of fire. But it doesn't make a lot of sense. One, because on these maps, it shows us that it was green, and two, you know, we're not told that there was any people living down on this side, right? They would have all been on the South America side. So why did this get named Terra del Fuego? Okay, up here we have this landmass again, and as you'll see, New Guinea. And New Guinea is today above Australia. So this high bit here is probably Australia. And as you can see, it used to be part, on these maps, it was part of the landmass of Antarctica. And this landmass in this map goes right across the bottom of the Earth. And this is, of course, just how they've drawn it. And up the top as well, right? We've got the four land masses of Hyperborea. And these are two places we can't go. So it's quite interesting, isn't it? That we're not allowed to go here. They're shown in old maps and they're shown as green lands. And we're told, no, 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 they're just frozen wastelands, frozen tundra. But we have accounts from many explorers, the most famous being Admiral Byrd, who said that there was lands bigger than the United States in Antarctica and that they were green and that it was resource rich. But of course, all the governments of the world who fight each other and they give us this great movie, this great show that they all hate each other and they're all fighting all the time, and we have these things called wars. But when it comes to the North and the South, they're all friends and they all agree that no one can go there. So what is actually happening down here in Antarctica? What is going on? It's because it seems to be greening. And again, they're blaming this on climate change. And look, I agree, it is climate change. The climate is changing. What I don't agree with is that it's anthropomorphic. I don't believe it's caused by humans. We know this, right? Anyone who can think, anyone who's autodidactic can reason out pretty quickly that if this, climate change and the whole carbon dioxide thing that they go about, if that was going to kill the earth, set it on fire, whatever their stupid explanation is, then we wouldn't have jets flying around all day. We wouldn't have factories pumping out carbon dioxide all the time. If it was that dire a situation, all that would have halted. So clearly, it's just a story. But what is happening is we're going through a change. We're actually going through an age, right? The age of Aquarius, right? And I don't know if that's true. The different ages, they're all set on the great year or the precession of the equinoxes. I haven't studied that. It's a around about 25,000 year cycle. But what I do know is there's something going on. There's a lot of earth changes going on, and there's a lot of energy changes going on. Look around. The world is changing. We're in a completely different reality than we were in 2019. Does that mean we've jumped timelines? I don't know. I really don't. But what I do know is that we are being fed lies and that there is a lot of land down here in Antarctica and it's starting to thaw out. And all the stories we get, there's many books on this, people who have gone over the ice wall and have gone past the barriers and found new lands and even new civilizations. So again, we've had all this talk about UFOs, UAPs they call them now, and that's turned into talk of USOs, right? Unidentified submerged objects. Where are they coming from? Because they're not coming from space, because we're not a ball spinning through an infinite vacuum. All right. So where do extraterrestrials come from? Extra land. Where is extra land? Well, it's in the outer realm. It's outside of our ice wall. And is this what is being exposed? Is this the reason that there's suddenly been so many more, UAP sightings, USO sightings? Because the ice in Antarctica is melting and creating, gaps where people can travel through different civilizations or travel over. Is this what's going on? Because there's a lot of talk about disclosure. Or is this just another big psyop? We don't know. But what I do know is there's a lot of changes going on around us, especially down in Antarctica. And here we have the Monty map from the 1500s. And this, to me, is probably one of the most accurate maps we have because it shows our world in the middle, including Hyperborea in the Arctic, and then the Antarctic is land masses that basically form a ring, right? A wall around us. But in this map, they're not frozen. There's actually animals down here. Okay, monkeys and tigers and lions and things. People, interesting people. Not humans like we know them, shall we say. None of them are covered in ice. This is from the 1500s, like I said. So is this the world as it looked in the 1500s, or is this map could be 1,000 years old or more for all we know? But what it has is all these thoroughfares, these gateways, right? These spaces between these continents. which would give you access to the outer worlds. And I mean, what else could they be hiding? What would be so important for them to hide in Antarctica for them to create the Antarctic Treaty and make sure that no one can go down there and explore it? What secret could be big enough to bring all the world's governments together to stop anyone going down here? Could it be extra land, extra resources, but more than that, extra land beyond? Okay, maybe more advanced civilizations, maybe freer civilizations. So what do you think? Let me know. It's just a short video today, just to put out the concept to let you know that Antarctica is greening. So is this what we're headed for? A much bigger realm? Because as you can see, there's as much land in this outer ring pretty much as there is on the inside, right? There's a lot of land here. And then we have probably more on the outside. Is that where the extraterrestrials are coming from? The aliens. Alien just means someone not from here. Extraterrestrial just means someone from extra land. So is that what the USOs are, the UAPs, the UFOs? And is this what is being revealed to us at the moment? And is this what all the talk about UFOs is? Is this going to be some kind of a psyop to get our attention away from this, or to give us another story, right? Because these outer civilizations are going to start coming in with their advanced technology. Let me know in the comments. So Antarctica, thawing out, new lands being revealed to us. Guys, we are in some very interesting times. You know, it's a great movie. So let me know what you think. If you've got any links to any more information, because I know that the Russians are sending some fleets down there. There's people from South America going down there. There's actually quite a lot of activity happening and people getting down to Antarctica these days. So, and of course, there's the big flat Earth thing happening soon. I know there's a couple of flat earthers and some ball earthers going to Antarctica to check out the sun and to try and settle once and for all. I wonder what they're going to find there. Are they going to stumble across a thawed out green Antarctica? I mean, this movie that we're watching is getting very interesting. So grab your popcorn. So thanks for spending some time with me. Please give me a like, leave me a comment, share this video around, and of course, subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll talk to you all on the next upload. Bye for now.
Remember, in the end, nobody wins unless everybody wins. Come on!